Marvel has been playing coy, but the floodgates just broke the entire plot for Avengers. Doomsday has leaked, and it's not just a movie, it's the birth of the MCU's greatest villain. Get ready, because everything changes now. The grand unifying theory of Doom. Before we get into the chaos, the betrayals, and the deaths, you need to understand one crucial thing. Dr. Doom is not the villain of this story, at least not in his own mind. The film will establish early on that Doom isn't driven by a lust for power in the way Thanos was. He's driven by a terrifying, cold, and inescapable logic after the events of Fantastic Four, where he hails from a reality known as Earth 828. Doom has peered deeper into the cosmic abyss than any being before him and discovered the ultimate horrifying truth about the multiverse. It's terminally ill. It's not just unstable, it's in a state of active systemic failure. The incursions, these violent reality-shattering collisions of entire universes, are not random accidents. They are the symptoms of a fatal disease, a metaphysical cancer spreading exponentially through the infinite timelines, wiping out trillions of lives with each catastrophic event. The entire fabric of existence is unraveling at its seams, and the so-called authorities, the timekeepers, the TVA, even a god of stories like Loki, are revealed to be nothing more than triage nurses in a cosmic emergency room, desperately trying to slap bandages on a patient bleeding out from a mortal wound. Doom, with his unparalleled intellect, sees this escalating catastrophe not as a tragedy to be mourned, but as the ultimate mathematical equation demanding a radical solution, and his solution is as arrogant as it is absolute in its finality. He concludes that the only way to save reality is to destroy it first. His grand plan is to force a total controlled collapse of the entire multiverse, a guided demolition of existence itself. From the resulting ashes of these dead universes, he will become a cosmic archaeologist, salvaging the fragments he deems worthy, a pristine city from one timeline, a majestic kingdom from another, a moment of perfect peace from a third. He will stitch these remnants together into a single, stable, and unified reality, a patchwork planet forged from the graveyards of infinity, which he will call Battleworld, and he will rule over it not as a mere king or a conqueror, but as its divine architect, a god. To him, this isn't genocide on an unimaginable scale, it's salvation through necessary sacrifice. He is the surgeon who must amputate the diseased limbs to save the body of reality itself. This terrifyingly sympathetic and intellectually rigorous motive immediately establishes Victor Von Doom as a far more complex, nuanced, and formidable foe than the power-hungry Thanos ever was. He isn't a madman, he's a messiah of extinction, and he's here to save us all by ending everything we know. The God, the Witch, and the Weapon. So how does one man plan to play God and rebuild reality? By assembling a trinity of cosmic power that makes the Infinity Stones look like children's toys. His first move, which we saw in the Fantastic Four post-credits scene, is the kidnapping of Franklin Richards, the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Franklin isn't just a powerful mutant, he is a walking, talking cosmic singularity, a being with the innate ability to bend reality, create entire universes from scratch, and rewrite the laws of physics with a thought. He is the ultimate key, the raw power source Doom needs to fuel his impossible ambition. But raw power isn't enough. He needs a tool to shape it, a weapon with an intimate understanding of reality warping magic. So while the heroes are distracted, Doom takes Franklin to the ruins of Earth 838, the universe where Wanda Maximoff supposedly died at the end of Multiverse of Madness. But her body was never destroyed, merely buried under the rubble of Mount Wundagore. Using Franklin's godlike abilities, Doom performs his first miracle. He resurrects the Scarlet Witch. But this is a dark and twisted resurrection. The Wanda who wakes up is a ghost, her memory shattered. She doesn't remember her children. She doesn't remember Westview. She barely remembers her own name. She is a blank slate, and Doom becomes the one to write on it. He preys on her confusion and pain, painting the Avengers as her enemies and himself as her savior, slowly twisting her into his most loyal and terrifying disciple. With Franklin's power and Wanda's chaos magic at his command, Doom now has everything he needs to tear down creation. The Devil You Know. With his cosmic trinity of power nearly complete, Doom makes his first major strategic move on the chessboard of reality, and it's a brutal declaration of war against the old guard. He doesn't test the Avengers or probe the Fantastic Four's defenses. Instead, he targets the very symbol of peaceful coexistence and hope, the X-Mansion. In a terrifying display of interdimensional power, he rips a hole through the fabric of space-time and descends upon the school, not as an invader, but as a force of nature. But he doesn't come alone. He brings with him a horrible horrifyingly upgraded army. The familiar mutant-hunting Sentinels have been reborn, retrofitted with his own advanced Latvarian technology and dark arcane sigils. They are no longer mere robots. They are instruments of conquest. Their programming expanded from genocide to total subjugation. The siege is swift, merciless, and brutally efficient. The X-Men, legends in their own right within their universe, are caught completely off guard. Their raw power is met with a cold strategic intellect that is always 10 steps ahead, systematically neutralizing their greatest strengths and turning their teamwork against them. Yet Doom's objective isn't mere annihilation. He isn't there to simply eliminate a rival team of superhumans. He is there for a very specific, priceless prize: Cerebro. He understands that Charles Xavier's psychic amplifier is a piece of technology unique in all the multiverse. With a few of his own modifications, he knows it can do far more than just locate mutants on a single planet. It can be recalibrated to scan the entire dying multiverse, a sonar pulse echoing through the corpse of infinity. And there is one specific signal he needs to find to complete his godhood: Loki, the god of stories, who sits in isolation on his lonely throne at the Citadel at the end of time. In the aftermath of the battle, with the mansion smoldering and its champions broken, Doom offers the surviving X-Men a chilling ultimatum. He presents their defeat not as a loss, but as a grim opportunity. Join him, swear fealty, and be granted a designated place in his new, orderly world. Or choose defiance and be erased into nothingness, along with the dying, chaotic universe they futilely defend. Faced with the extinction of their entire species and with no other hope for survival, the X-Men are forced to bend the knee. In one masterstroke, Doom hasn't just won a battle. He has conscripted an army of the world's most powerful mutants to serve as the enforcers of his new divine order. Civil War 2.0. Back on Earth 616, the heroes are finally starting to catch up. Shuri, investigating quantum anomalies in the vibranium mines of Wakanda, is the first to realize the true scale of the threat. Her instruments show the horrifying truth. Universes are colliding. She assembles the largest council of heroes since the fight against Thanos, bringing together the new guard like Sam Wilson's Captain America with seasoned veterans like Bruce Banner, Wong, and Captain Marvel, who has returned to Earth after her search for Monica Rambeau came up empty. It is during this meeting that Reed Richards and the newly arrived Fantastic Four drop their bombshell about Doom and the kidnapping of their son. Just as the gravity of the situation sets in, America Chavez makes a breakthrough. She can sense Monica's energy signature. She's alive, but she's trapped in another universe, the same one the X-Men call home. Shuri warns them that this universe is an incursion zone, a reality on the brink of collapse. Once they go in, there's no coming back. It's a one-way trip. Driven by a duty to save one of their own, the heroes agree. America Chavez rips open a portal, and the combined might of the Avengers and the Fantastic Four steps through. But what they find isn't a grateful Monica Rambeau, it's an ambush. They find the X-Men armed and ready for war. The Avengers believe the X-Men are willingly harboring Doom. The X-Men believe the Avengers have arrived to accelerate their universe's destruction. What follows is a brutal, tragic, and absolutely epic battle, a superhero civil war on a multiversal scale. And as heroes clash with heroes, Reed Richards realizes the horrifying truth. They've all been played. This entire conflict, this massive world-breaking fight, was just a diversion. Doom wanted them all in one place, busy trying to kill each other while he made his final move. Checkmate at the end of time. While Earth's mightiest heroes are locked in a pointless war, Doom, accompanied by his brainwashed Scarlet Witch, travels to the one place where all of reality is woven together, the Citadel at the end of time. He finds Loki, physically and spiritually drained from the monumental task of holding the infinite timelines of the multiverse together with his own power. The confrontation is less of a fight and more of an execution. Loki, in his weakened state, is no match for Doom, who now wields the combined might of Franklin Richards and the Scarlet Witch. Doom doesn't just defeat him, he usurps him. He seizes control of the Citadel, rewrites the very laws of time and space, and takes command of the Time Loom, the engine of all creation. Just as the surviving heroes finally arrive, having realized their mistake far too late, they bear witness to the defining moment of Doom's ascension, to prove his absolute power and to remove the one being who could potentially challenge him on a godly level. Doom does the unthinkable. He murders Thor in cold blood. It's a shocking, devastating moment that sends a a clear message across all of time and space. The old gods are dead. With the god of thunder gone and the time loom under his control, Doom completes his grand design. The sky across every reality cracks. Timelines shatter like glass, and the multiverse collapses into a single point of light, only to be reborn in his own image. Doomsday has arrived. The movie will end with the birth of Battleworld, a stitched together reality forged from the ruins of dead universes, ruled by the iron fist of its new god emperor, Victor Von Doom. This isn't just the end of a movie, it's the end of the MCU as we know it, setting the stage for a Secret Wars film where the surviving heroes are no longer fighting to save the universe, but are merely prisoners living in Doom's world. What piece of a dead universe would you want to see saved in Battleworld? How accurate do you think this prediction is? Let's talk about all that and more in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite franchises.